Shooting it raw?
Yes. Shooting it raw. There's this delightful couple behind bars. Both are holding on to it looks like a cell of some sort. It looks like you're in a cave, not necessarily an industrial proper prison. Yes, you're both kind of holding onto the bars. You're, Rox, you're looking to your right, while Charles, you're just pointing to your left. So, I don't know, you're kind of saying it's like it's her fault, and she's like, what are you talking about?
You asked us about earlier, why do we take photos? I had evidence to say, it's not me, man. It's not me, okay?
Okay, so why start with this photo? What's your story?
That was a really fun photo, and we haven't used it before anywhere that we have been. And it was done when let me step back. We do a cruise every year with a bunch of authors, and it's called Publishing at Sea.
Huh.
And we have shops, and then we go to various places as normal ships stop, in various ports. This particular cruise also stopped in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
This is an old, actual barracks cell that was part of the fort. I think it was there. And they actually opened it so we could do that photo.
Yeah. It was a Spanish garrison that Spaniards had parked there to be able to basically raid the local island for all the goods that they could make and protect it from the British. So we got to go through it, really a claustrophobic exercise, going through the tunnels inside the garrison, because and they had, it was unbelievable of all the neat stuff that was. They had booby traps that were like 300-400 years old. I mean, it's like, wow. I mean, these guys were really something.
Amazing. And we decided we didn't want to do anything illegal because we never wanted to be behind bars in a foreign country, like ever.
Okay, well, so I'm just trying to wrap my mind around who you two are, and then there's the photograph, and then there's this idea of publishing or writing at sea, which is because writing is such a personal solo. Typically, as far as I think of it, is a solo exercise. Let alone, and I've had another guest on the podcast who works with another writer, but they weren't together on the podcast, but they co-authored their books. So how did you land as co-authors?
Well, it's a fairly lengthy story, but
leave out the vowels. Just go for it.
Leave out the vowels. I can speed through this pretty quickly on the description. We started writing technical manuals for our high-tech company we worked for back in the years. What we found was that the writing of technical manuals is very unsatisfying because as soon as it's done, it's out of date.
Right.
So that's why you see edition 2, edition 3, edition 200. Try to keep it current. So I got mad, stomped off, picked up all my marbles, and said, "I ain't doing this no more." Rox was unconvinced, so she did a hardcore press and did some idea searching, and came to me and said, "How about we do fiction?"
Wow.
With a technical background to it, so we get to pitch some of the goodies that we understand and like.
I actually brought, the first 10 chapters of the first book and said, why don't you chew on this for a while? Because in this book, we can kill people and we don't have to go to jail.
Okay, wait, you guys are both a little bit bent. Okay. Are you saying that you should be in jail? Is that
No.
Are you saying that there's a little fantasy thing going on about being in jail? I don't know. This is the photo you sent.
Staying out of jail.
Okay. I love it.
We're just a little goofy. And the other reason for that particular photograph is because we have an underlying layer in our thrillers of technology.
Okay.
And we do worry that people overall are held hostage by their technology.
Okay, I get that. Sure.
And we don't want them to be.
Okay. What area of technical writing were you stuck in?
So we worked for several manufacturers in the same company and in different companies. And we would write technical manuals about what the manufacturers were putting forth in the marketplace. So we've worked for, Nortel, we worked for Cisco, Hewlett Packard, some together in some companies and then totally not together in other companies.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And were you friends before you worked together?
No, I actually hired Charles for a job
Okay.
at one of the companies that we worked at together. I hired him to be my boss.
Okay, interesting. Are you both originally from Texas?
I am.
Okay. And where are you from, Rox?
Well, and I made sure that Roxanne was naturalized here in Texas. So
Oh.
it's yeah. So she can call herself Texan. That's good.
I'm originally from California.
Okay, got it. And so are these pen names or I don't know, like this is what's great. Like I'm just discovering you, and so
Oh, nice.
it's very quirky because part of I think the hook of the podcast is just through a conversation unboxing this amazing relationship and how you work. So you write books together. I picked up that much. Fiction,
Yes.
thrillers. How many books are we talking here?
The current series itself has 12 books in the series.
Ah, amazing. Amazing.
And then we have 9 short stories that are kind of like backstories.
Got it.
And then 2 novellas that are on the periphery.
Okay. And you're saying the sort of the undercurrent is always some kind of technological
Threat.
A threat.
Yeah.
A threat. So the very first book, as an example, Rand, is identity theft.
Right.
So it's kind of the underlying, in the old days you would do the cowboys in the white hats versus the villains in the black hats, and that was how the good guys against the bad. Well, we do the cyber heroes against the cyber thugs.
Got it.
Different hat.
Okay. How many languages have your books been translated into?
English.
Oh, it's been translated to English from American. That's amazing.
No, I totally understand, but no, they're only in English, but they are also in Audible.
Nice.
Audiobook.
Nice. So let's say somebody who's listening and is we want them to go to right to find who you are in the marketplace. What do they look up?
We'd recommend you go to our website and prowl because we've got a wealth of information. It's enigmaseries.com.
Okay.
That's the website, and then within that we have video trailers for each one of the books to kind of give you a flavor for what the kind of technical threat that book centers on.
That's great.
I want to make sure I articulate this correctly, Rand. We do write each one of these books so you can enjoy them separately.
Yeah.
So you don't have to read the whole series, but honestly, they are richer if they're read in order.
Got it.
The characters develop. They grow up. They have problems. The new technical threats. Everything changes over time. So we try to capture that in the story thread.
So one of the guests I had on the podcast, she writes a book every 6 months. Like she has such a production approach and such a team that helps her do it. And I know book publishing. Like that's kind of part of my career. And I understand that from the book publisher's perspective, they want to have very strict definitions of the type of author you are, the type of story you write. So there are no surprises to the market that's buying you, I guess. So do you play with different genres, or do you pretty much, are you more strict in terms of like it's thriller and that's it?
So you've met us now. We've known each other for a whole 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say we do not fit into neat little packages.
Great.
So the Enigma series are thrillers with a technology underlayment.
Mm-hmm.
The short stories are different genres.
Okay.
The 2 novellas are different. One is a historical fiction based in 1939, and the other one is a cozy mystery based in Texas in 2022.
Okay. So you collaborated professionally for a long time, I assume a long time. And then you thought, you know what, let's go into fiction. So how long ago was that you went into the sort of the...
About 9 years ago.
About 10 years now.
About 10 years ago.
Oh, nice. So as we're talking, it's really funny. It's really funny. I've got both of you lightly sitting together in what looks like a dining room of some sort. Behind you, it's I can just see like a little shelves, and you're seated kind of warmly together, t-shirts. And on the right is a black and white photo of you behind bars in kind of like an old looking jail, and it was kind of like looking both looking equally young, they're roughly the same age. So it's really peculiar. It's like, okay, left is out of jail, right is in jail, or vice versa. It's like, okay, it's a very funny juxtaposition. Anything else you want to say about that photo?
No, we just wanted to have fun, and we
Nice.
wanted to, we just thought it would be a different kind of thing to talk about.
Sure. It's good way to start a conversation. Great. So is life really a gift? Really? Can you make every second count? That's the whole point of the podcast. So if you like what you've seen and you're inspired, because that really is my mission, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share.
Shooting it raw?
Yes, shooting it raw.